Hello there.
Hello there, guys. Josh Lloyd here, host of the Locked On Fantasy Basketball Podcast. Welcome to What to Watch for Monday's games in the NBA. Let's get stuck into them straight away. The Hornets and the Sixers. Is this the day that LaMelo Ball gets his first start in the NBA? I reckon there's a big chance of it, and I think it'll come at the expense of Devontae Graham, who has shot 2 of 20 in the last 2 games combined. He is a horrible shooter at this point. LaMelo is a better shooter, a better player, a better prospect, and should be getting these minutes. He's getting the minutes anyway. But I want to see him start. I want to see him play 33, 34 a night, and I reckon this might be the one. PJ Washington has been dealing with a thumb issue. He is murdering your percentages. They have looked horrible. Can he get things figured out? How are his minutes going to look? Will Miles Bridges take some of that playing time? That's a big question mark for me with Washington. For the Sixers, Seth Curry. His assist numbers are way up, well above career numbers at the moment. Is that an anomaly? Is that going to continue? How's he going to look? He's scoring at a huge rate, and he's a must-roster player at this point. And also there is the thick hogsman, Tobias Harris.
I'm a fun guy.
That's not Tobias Harris, is it? This one is.
I think I am a TH?
T to the H.
Yeah, TH for life.
Harris is putting up defensive numbers. He's scoring in bulk. He's been absolutely massive for the Sixers. Can he continue it? What can the Hornets do to potentially shut that down? For the Cavs and the Magic, Andre Drummond, very few minutes last time out. Will that be something that happens again? And how does JaVale McGee look? Because McGee has looked awesome so far. For the Cavs, we don't know if Darius Garland's going to play. Isaac Okoro is also questionable. If he is back, how is he going to look alongside Larry Nance? It's a different lineup to what Okoro saw in the beginning of the season. How's he going to look? For the Magic, Terrence Ross has been red hot, but they also don't know whether Evan Fournier or James Ennis is going to play. Ross is really taking advantage of that. He's scoring in a huge, huge role at the moment, and he's a 12-team league guy. While Aaron Gordon, we saw the production jump up. We saw the minutes jump up last game. Is he fully healed from this hamstring issue? I want to see how he looks. I want to see how much he plays. I want to see how much Steve Clifford trusts in him. And if Fournier is out, is he going to get more ball handling responsibility? I'm just really intrigued to see Aaron Gordon, to see if those first 4 or 5 games are an anomaly, and if he can get back to where he has been in the past, which admittedly has never been all that great. For the Knicks and the Hawks, Alfred Payton, how much is he going to play? How much is Emmanuel Quickly going to play? Payton has been playing fairly well over the last couple of games. How does he look in this one, and does Quickly take any of that playing time away? And are we actually going to see Alec Burks out there, who started out unbelievably hot and then hasn't been seen with an ankle problem? Now, he's had consistent ankle problems and knee issues throughout his career, so that's obviously a worry. But if he is out, what does that mean for the Quickly, Payton, Bullock minutes, Austin Rivers? Is anyone out of the rotation? How is Thibodeau going to run that? For the Hawks, DeAndre Hunter has been shooting amazingly well this season, so I want to see how he looks. What sort of looks is he getting? Is it sustainable to any sort of degree? And then also Clint Capella, who has been putting up big numbers. A back-to-back on the weekend. I didn't even think he'd play both games, let alone exceed 30 minutes in both games. We're still not going to get the answer to this because Danilo Gallinari is not playing. Rajon Rondo is doubtful, and Kevin Huerter is questionable. How the hell is all this going to look when everyone's healthy? Now, everyone's not healthy, so we don't know. But if Capella's playing 32 a night, Gallinari's playing his 26, Hunter's getting 30 plus. How many is John Collins getting? That is the big intrigue, and we're still not going to get an answer for that, unfortunately. I really just want to see Capella and how he looks and how much playing time they're going to pump into him in this game. Next up is the Celtics and the Raptors. Will Tristan Thompson play? He rested the second half of a back-to-back last time, and if he is out, will they finally just give Robert Williams an opportunity to play 25 minutes? I don't know if they will, because they don't trust some of the aspects of his game. I'd like to see it from a fantasy point of view, but I'm not sure we will. Well, Jason Tatum, he went free throw attempt less again on Sunday. Both him and Jaylen Brown didn't attempt a single free throw against the Pistons. Can Tatum attack more? He had 12 assists, which was super impressive, but we need to see more of him in terms of not settling and pushing to the rim. For the Raptors, the wiki Chris Boucher, minutes have been up apart from that nonsense against Philadelphia. I don't think Daniel Tice and Rob Williams are going to be players who limit Boucher's playing time, so he should be able to get out there, play mid to high 20s in minutes. And then the bench guards, Terrence Davis, Stanley Johnson. Does Malachi Flynn ever play? Does DeAndre Bembry get into the rotation? Like, what is Nick Nurse going to do with that rotation and with those players? And who is going to get out there and play any minutes? Which is important for deeper leagues because it has been a real mess so far for that Raptors second unit. The Thunder and the Heat, I want to see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, his shooting numbers, the difficulty on the attempts, how he's being guarded by the opponents, and see if he can get that field goal percentage cracking again. Well, are we going to see Isaiah Roby? I hope so. I don't know whether we will, but I'd like to see him get some minutes and to see whether he can get into the rotation. For the Heat, the main thing I want to watch outside of Jimmy Butler is Kelly Olynyk, who's played big minutes each of the last 2 or 3 games. Great production. He's ahead of Myers Leonard. He's ahead of Mo Harkless. Does that maintain? And does he look good again coming off the bench and playing that role alongside Bam Adebayo, but also as his backup? While Duncan Robinson can't get anything happening. We saw Bojan Bogdanovic with some shooting struggles turn it around on Sunday. Is it Duncan Robinson's time to get that cracking again? Because if he's not hitting threes, he's offering you pretty much nothing from a fantasy perspective. So we want to see whether the shot starts to go in for Dunk. I have faith that it will at some point. I just don't know if it'll be in this game. The Pacers and the Pelicans. The holidays. Justin, Aaron, can either of them do anything that's worth looking at? Aaron will start again. Justin will get minutes off the bench and provide some good steal numbers. And I also want to check on Victor Oladipo, who's been shooting really well this season as opposed to what he did last year. Can he keep that level of shooting up? Can he provide good offense? How's his defense and passing look? I've been really impressed, but the shooting is something I really want to pay attention to. Eric Bledsoe was awesome for the Pelicans last time out. Can he keep that up? Van Gundy made a real effort to give him the ball more, to get him more involved, and it paid off. Will they continue to do that against the Pacers? Will Bledsoe get the shooting back on track and the playmaking and the usage and the minutes, which all happened last game? I'm intrigued to find out. And JJ Redick, is he just stuck in a sub 20 minute a night role? He can't shoot at the moment. The shooting's off. And remember, he's like 36 years old. Maybe he is done. Maybe that's just it. Maybe he just can't play this role anymore. I think the shooting will come back, but it's more about 27 minutes versus 19 minutes. And that's where the fantasy value would come in. The Pistons and the Bucks. I've got Rose, Griffin, Jackson listed here because they're all unlikely to play in my estimation. So that means we're going to get opportunities for Killian Hayes, Delon Wright, Svi Mykhailiuk, and Sadiq Bey. Bey played 30 minutes last time that Griffin was out and played pretty well. Jeremy Grant's going to see his usage go through the roof. And if Rose is out, that means more minutes for Killian Hayes, who played pretty well in that last game when Rose wasn't there. He struggled in most others, but I want to see how he looks in a situation where Rose isn't breathing down his neck. Now, if the Bucks do get up big, I want to see Bobby Portis. I want to see how much punch Bob can get out there, how much he's going to play, how much he's going to take off Brook Lopez. And on the flip side, if the game's close, how much do they play Portis? Because if it's 29-19 in a close game, that gives you every indication of what you do with Portis. But if it's a 25-23 split and the game's close, that's really, really telling. Chris Middleton's been shooting the lights out so far this season. I don't know if he will continue to do that, but that is something obviously that we want to pay some attention to here for Milwaukee in terms of his long-term value. The Mavs and the Rockets. Will Doncic play? Didn't play on Sunday. We don't have an indication, or I don't. At the time of me recording this, I don't have an indication whether he's going to play. So that would mean we want to watch Jalen Brunson and Trey Burke go to work. And then it's a back-to-back. The first one for the Mavericks for the season. Will Dwight Powell, coming off Achilles surgery, play? And if he doesn't play, Willie Cauley-Stein and Boban Marjanovic? Which one of those two is going to get that larger role, and what does it mean for Maxi Kleber and his playing time? For the Rockets, James Harden is questionable, so I want to watch Eric Gordon with James Harden or Eric Gordon without James Harden. Make a judgment on that either way, and always we want to see Christian Wood and how the Christian Wood-DeMarcus Cousins combination works together. Wood has been dominating. His minutes and usage will drop if Harden plays, but we want to see how he does regardless. The last game of the day is the Kings and the Warriors. Harrison Barnes. Barnesy. I don't even know what that button was that I just pushed, so I apologize for that. Things are all over the place at the moment. I apologize for these soundboard malfunctions. Anyway, Barnesy, Harrison Barnes, playing really well. Playing at power forward, putting up some really big numbers, and it's been impressive. Can he continue that? While Richaun Holmes has played 30-plus minutes in each of the last 2 games against the Houston Rockets, will he have that same role? For the Warriors, it's a back-to-back. Will Draymond Green play? And can Kelly Oubre hit shots? We know that the struggles have been unbelievable for Oubre this season, but we want to see whether he is able to get that going. New segment in What to Watch For as well is players to stream for tomorrow. Robert Williams III, Kelly Olynyk. These are all guys rostered in under 50% of competitive leagues. Williams, Olynyk, Justin Holiday, Michael Carter-Williams with the potential for Fournier and or Ennis to sit. And then with Blake Griffin most likely on the outside looking in for Detroit in the back-to-back, Sadiq Bey is someone who's going to jump up. Now, you could throw Delon Wright and Killian Hayes as other streams in there as well. And this is not an exhaustive list. This is 5 blokes who I think that could be available on your wire that might be interesting streams to start off the week on Monday. If you've got that available roster spot, guys, we are done with this today. Thank you for watching, everybody. Hit subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and you'll never miss an episode. I'll be back with the daily recap show later on today. I'll see you later. Bye.